I've had the opportunity this week to travel all throughout the Midwest, and I've noticed a couple differences between here in the Northwest and in the Southeast in the great state of Florida. One of the biggest differences that I've noticed here in the Midwest versus the Southeast is the big difference in landscape. Here, it's the middle of fall, all the leaves are starting to fall off the trees, they're turning different colors, and you just see the amazingness of God's beauty everywhere. This was the initial spot that I had picked to record this. I liked it because of the background. I liked it because it was in the shade. Being from Florida, I like to be in the shade. But the more I messed up, the more I realized that I'm starting to get cold. That reminded me of John chapter 8. In John chapter 8, it tells us that Jesus is the light, and that when we walk with Jesus, He brings us out of the darkness and into His light. Now from this angle, it may not be as comfortable as I wanted. It may not have been where I want it to be, but it's a better picture. I'm in the light so you can see me better. When I'm in the light and I make mistakes, I can not get cold and not be secluded to myself. I don't have to live in that hopelessness that Satan likes to trap us in. I don't have to live in the judgments of others. I don't have to live with mercilessness and guilt and shame. Instead, I can start to shed all that, because now I'm in the light. Now it's warm. Now I can begin to operate in my purpose. I can begin to operate in the promise that God has on me. He says in Matthew chapter 5 that we are now called to be the light. Jesus was the light, but He calls us to be the light so that we can walk into the light and out of the darkness. Paul takes it a step further in Ephesians chapter 5, and he explains to us why we need to be the light. Because we need to remember where we came from. We need to remember that we all have sinned. We all have fallen short of the glory of God, and we all used to be stuck in the darkness. We all used to be stuck with things that hurt us, that didn't build us up, that tore us down. But now when we're in the glorious light of Jesus, we're able to radiate that light to other people. People are able to now see my t-shirt and see the quote, "Ask God," because that's where I should be pointing everyone to. People can start to look at my tattoos, and when they read them, they can see Isaiah 53 and how He was bruised for our transgressions, beaten for our iniquities, and by His stripes we are healed. They can see the hold fast that I've written on my arms, to hold fast to the Word of God. They can see the 9 fruits of the Spirit that I've tattooed on my arms, of love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, gentleness, goodness, faithfulness, and self-control. They can begin to see all of that light radiating through me, and the whole purpose of that is so that we can now point others into the light of Jesus, so that we can now point people out of the darkness and out of all of that pain that they've walked through and into the light where they can be comfortable, where they can be nice, where they can live the life of purpose that Jesus has always had on their life. So my question to you today, are you comfortable standing in the shade, or would you rather stand in the light?